how are you? This is my 1998 BMW Z3. To say it's a bit broken is... Well, that's just great. My airbag light is on now. Quite the understatement, to say the least. But today, we're gonna start with one big thing that's been really broken on this car, and that's the exhaust. Now, my exhaust has had some problems in that a lot of the hangers have fallen off of it, including the rear rubber one, which just snapped recently. And as a result, my exhaust has now been scraping on the ground. And to be honest with you, it sounds horrible whenever it happens. So today, we're gonna fix that.
Yeah. So put a screw from here and then connect with this thing. So this thing will support here, right?
Yeah.
And then you hang another thing over there.
I see. You're saying it takes an extremely long screw to go run through there. There's a bracket, like this steel bracket right here. Like those two lines, you see them?
See, you have to put one thing from here to there, basically.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is there's something that I think goes between this that we're not looking at, that we're forgetting, that's missing.
Yeah, but where are you gonna hang up this thing? You can't hang up on this kind of other equipment.
No, that's
true. It will break. That's
true, yeah. That's the thing I'm trying to think about. Because I didn't see anything that would work over there when I was under this. Better yet. Who knew a BMW Z3 had a GoPro holder just chilling? I'm so sorry if you guys are getting bad angles on this. There's almost no good, I guess, angling when you're working a Z3, I guess. But essentially what I'm doing right now is taking off this little rubber bracket right here because it's completely snapped. Alright, there it is. Take a look at this rubber piece right here. So this part right here, after 26 years, has snapped. And as a result, you can see what it was supposed to do was right here. It was supposed to hold up the exhaust hanger, but it cracked, snapped, and now my exhaust does this.
Let me see what else you can do with this thing. Actually, if you can do something with this one,
then we could possibly just use that rather than, because this is metal rather than rubber. Because if we can use metal instead, then that way
it still have a rubber.
But the rubber is not as detrimental because it's only being held up by rubber for this one.
You still need something to mount it. So your best bet is to get this kind of rubber.
Another rubber piece?
Yeah, but another rubber piece rather than
a metal piece.
Any kind of metal piece, yes. If you get the metal piece, I mean, if this piece, there is no way to hang this thing as well, right? You need something that can
go through the
hole, yeah. But since you have this one very sturdy,
yeah,
it's better you just get the rubber piece, and that should take care of your need. You don't need any other stuff. I would say go back to Advanced Auto and return all of this thing and buy just this thing. See if you can, if they have anything like this.
I do have to say, driving this Clarity again, I did kind of miss it, honestly. Like, it's nice to have a car that doesn't completely rattle your brains out with its exhaust, and just to have like a comfy interior as well. It feels great. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there is still a time and place for the Z3 that the Clarity can't do. I still love driving that Z3, especially in weather like this with the roof off. That's why I'm trying to get this thing fixed now, because that way I can go and drive the thing with the roof off. But that being said though, this car is still really nice, and I have to admit, great deal. It's a depreciation hero. It's a Honda that's a depreciation hero, which is insane to think about. But man, I do have to admit, it's nice. I'm not proud of my stupidity, but welcome back to Advanced Autos. So, hey, how are you? All right, got the goods. Let's hope that I don't have to take a third trip back here, but we never know.
This small one is not gonna go there. So we have to put like.
Ow. I just hit my head into this thing.
You see what I'm doing, right?
You're trying to loop that screw in so that it can buy you enough room to stuff a washer in there.
Yeah, exactly. So now you have to tight this one all the way.
Gotcha. Let's start with this. So righty tighty, lefty loosey. Is this the first time? I think this is the first time we've ever actually like fully worked on a car together. Would you ever want to do this again with me?
We will see, depending on the work.
Let's put a new transmission in next time.
Let me check something.
Yeah, go for it. Take a look.
You are not holding that one. You are just rounding and rounding.
That makes more sense.
Okay, this is tight, but now we have to put something over here so that this doesn't move. See, this gonna still vibrate with when you drive, and once it's vibrate, it's gonna give some pressure over here all the time. So that's why you need a second hanger over here which can bear that vibration over here too.
I could do it actually.
Really?
Because you're almost lined up with it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. The problem is I don't have any screw that goes here. I need to find first that screw. Okay, get me all my screws.
Y'all seen these cookies in the past. The Royal Danish cookies. They're amazing cookies. If you haven't had them, I recommend them. And under this one, we have a bunch of screws. Actually, this one is the wrong one. Oh, there's the screw one.
Oh boy, I need to find that will go in that hole.
Wait, real quick, try this one since we haven't...
No, it doesn't work, beta. It's a big one. Yeah, the challenge part is to find the small one.
But take a look at the muffler right here. This is an aftermarket Thrush turbo muffler, and as you can see, it's gotten a bit scratched up because it's been scraping on the ground every so often. So, surprisingly, it hasn't taken as much abuse as I thought it would. It's only had a few scratches, which I gotta appreciate that, and thankfully it's not a lot more, but for what it is, it's been a bit banged up, but she's still doing the job. Take a look underneath the Z3 as a whole. We haven't really gotten much underneath the car. We've mainly played around in the engine bay, but wow. This thing is quite intricate. It is kind of scary that this is probably maybe like an inch or two off my face. So that's a bit concerning, but anyways, the exhaust itself, it looks like it has gone through a little bit of wear and tear, but I mean, what do you expect for a 26-year-old car? But it's still holding up fairly nicely. It's a little bit shaky because this has gone missing, but anyways, we'll move on from that.
I'm just taking over my Sunday, man.
I mean, hey, you're picturing it as me taking away your Sunday. I'm picturing it as parent-child bonding time. Alright, so the GoPro overheated, so I'm switching to my phone now. I didn't realize just how much better the lighting is with the phone.
Okay. We will need a Allen key. Okay. Alright. Can I get that 10?
10 millimeter?
Yeah.
The fact that you have one surprises me.
Okay.
She's in?
Nice.
Yeah, almost no shaking. Nice.
So this particular bolt, we couldn't find the screw that go inside that bolt.
Right.
So what I did was I found the smaller screw that go all the way in that bolt, and I found another bolt that can tight this screw.
Oh, I see.
And then I tight it that way, and then once that tight, then I tied these two things so that it pull this entire exhaust above.
Yep.
And in that way, that rubber do not get that much pressure because you have a one support over here and one support using that rubber. So the entire weight of this exhaust get distributed over two supports.
That makes a lot of sense thinking about it now, because since this was off for a while,
Right.
all the pressure was going onto that part.
That
the
rubber,
bag.
and that's why it fall down. Now look at from there. This thing is not shaking that much. It's still shaking,
But it's not swaying left and right, and right, or up and
it's
down.
not gonna stretch it on your floor also.
Yeah. So now that the exhaust is presumably fixed, we're gonna take it out on a trial run. So this is a cold startup on a 1998 BMW Z3. Okay, driving the Z3 right now. It's been a good few minutes, and it doesn't seem to be scraping on anything. It feels quite nice. The exhaust is actually sounding a bit better as well. It feels less, I guess, not restricted, but it just feels just fine rather than just freaking out a little bit. The car as a whole kind of feels a lot better. I think because there's no swaying weight, the steering isn't acting off. And quite frankly, it's driving a bit smoother, which you gotta appreciate. That's nice. And look where we are once again, Advanced Auto. But this time, it's just to return parts. I don't have to keep buying parts. So that's a good thing. Hey, how are you? Good, how are you?
A few inches later.
And just like that, today's video is over. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments below. And if you like what you're seeing, leave a subscribe. And just like that, I'm out. I'm gonna go drive this car a little bit more. Peace.